You're right, guys. Tell from TH Trees. What a lovely sunny Sunday. A few more quotes left to do, and then that is me done. And then I've got to go and find something to do in my spare time. Going to talk about what to do when you get a negative review. I've had a few tree surgeons message me, getting a hell of a lot nowadays, which is good because we all have a good chat. It's nice to communicate with people around the world. That's the power of the modern digital age, I guess. Can't get away with nothing. Right, when you get a 1-star review, an established company at some stage inevitably will get a 1-star review. There's no way you can't run a tree company and not get a bad review after, like, you know, you're talking like a decade or so. It's just not possible. Every established company I know of has all got a bad review somewhere. Some get them removed, some delete their accounts, like Facebook page, and then start a new page. Some will delete their Google profiles and start a new profile to try and get rid of the reviews. I mean, that works, but I try not to delete any genuine reviews. I've had some fake reviews. We had them removed because we knew they was fake. That's a pretty straightforward process. But we've got a genuine 1-star review from a customer. Unfortunately, we missed the quotation. Obviously, we booked it on the wrong day. But won't go into that one. You know about that one. But anyway, if you get a genuine 1-star review, don't stress over it too much. It doesn't really matter too much. As long as you've got lots of good reviews, you're going to get it wrong now and again. Any decent, reasonable customer would be well aware that a business will get it wrong now and again. What a potential customer wants to see is not the fact that you've got a 1-star review. They want to see A, that you respond to the review, and B, how you respond to the review. That's all that matters. So if you get a 1-star review, it can actually be a great thing because it could actually validate all of your other 5-star reviews. Because if you've got a 1-star review and you've not removed it, it would validate all of the other reviews because it shows you're honest. So validation is a good thing. It gives you the opportunity to show that customer service is about backup. True customer service is about when things go wrong, not when things go right. It's easy. You go to do a job, it goes right, boom, boom, on to the next one. That's easy. True customer service, your customer service hasn't even been tested then. It hasn't, so people that get 5-star reviews all the time, that's all well and good. It's just, you've had no problems on the job. Now, when you've been going long enough, you're going to get problems with customers and with jobs. That's not a problem. The problem is how you react to it, or it can be a problem. As I've said, if you don't react to it, it shows that you're only after the initial sale and you don't actually care about your customers, so there is no customer service there. There's no backup, and that's what a customer will get from someone not responding to a review. It also would make that customer. So someone's coming looking at your reviews and they see that you've not responded to any reviews or a bad review, they might think that the company's not active. So responding to all reviews shows that you're active. You're actively engaging your customers, good and bad, or as in, if you have a good or bad experience. And also the way you articulate your response, let's be honest, when a customer comes through and looks at your reviews, they're going to hunt for the worst reviews first. I do it, just because we're nosy, And what I look for when I see a company with a bad review is I'm looking to see how that company responded to that review. Are they condescending? Are they rude? Are they obnoxious? Or are they apologetic and understanding and trying to fix the problem? That's the company I'm going with. The one that's going to be the one that does treat the customer with respect, even if the customer's expectations are completely off the chart and just unreasonable. But if the company responds in a nice, polite, well-articulated manner, it shows a great company. That's customer service. And also, depending on what they say, if we get it wrong, we'll look after the customer. That's what we're saying. We're not saying we won't get it wrong. We're saying if we get it wrong, we look after you. And that, for me, is gold. I'll pay more for a company that I know that if they get it wrong, they're going to look after me. I can't expect every company to always get everything I want right. I want done right. It's just, we're all human, any day of the week, we all make a cock up somewhere. So, as I've said, and I like to repeat my points to hammer in the importance of what I'm saying. Don't worry about getting bad reviews. Worry about how you react to them, and worry about if you react at all. A bad review also gives you an opportunity to show the customer, what kind of service you offer. It gives you the opportunity to flex your customer service muscles. Oosh. So yeah, that kind of covers it. You can get reviews removed. Any fake ones or false ones, I would always encourage you to remove them. But any genuine bad review, don't try and remove it. First, here you go. Let's do a countdown of what you should do. First thing you do when you get a bad review is know you've got a bad review. So it's down to you to, I don't know what the word would be, not police the internet, but well, yeah, you need to be checking your reputation all the time. So if you've got a tree company or any business this applies to, always be checking your reputation, your online reputation, and looking for anyone for bad reviews across social media, across the internet, blah, 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 blah. If you find a bad review, then the first thing you do is respond as quick as you can. That's number one. So find all reviews, 5-star, 1-star, whatever star. So find reviews about your company and respond to every review. Vitally important. Then, if you've got a bad review, articulate your response in a really decent way. Don't be an arsehole. Because you're potentially, new customers are going to see how you respond, and they're going to make a judgment on your response. So it's vitally important that you respond in the right way. Just be honest, be straightforward. We have problems. Things go wrong. The weather, traffic, lots of things, machine breakdowns, lots of things go wrong the customers are not aware of. So if you make them aware of why there was a problem, a lot of customers will probably be completely fine with it. You might get the odd one that you just can't please. Don't stress. But as long as you respond to your reviews, you've done your bit as a company. As long as you're willing to offer a solution or some sort of compensation, depending on the level of issue that was caused, then that's fine. So before I lose my train of thought, which does happen a lot, find that review, respond to it. Someone asked me, obviously this is why this message is here, how do I get rid of reviews? As I've said, there are ways to do it, but I actually don't think you should remove a bad, genuine review, or should attempt to. The best way to remove it, if you want to, is respond to the customer, and if you come to an agreement with the customer, say to the customer, would you be willing to remove the review if we rectify the problem for you? We're going to rectify it anyway, but would you be gracious enough to remove that review for us? That is the best way of removing a bad, genuine review. Respond to the customer that left it, find out why they left the review, and then try and do your best to rectify it. If you do your best to rectify it and they won't remove that review, just leave it. Just don't stress about it. Just concentrate on getting lots of good reviews, and that one will just be washed out down the line. A bad review you got 10 years ago is not going to really matter. 1 year ago, it's not really going to matter. What up-to-date customers are going to see when they're checking you is what you're currently getting, what your current reviews, the last 2 months of reviews, something like that. So, that's how to deal with a negative review or a 1-star review. I don't know whether I can add any more to that. I think that pretty much covers every base. I can articulate it 1,000 different ways, but you get the point. So I'm going to summarise, and I've probably done this lots. Find the review, respond to the review, and then from that point on, if you're willing and able to rectify the customer's problem, one would hope and expect that the customer would be gracious enough to remove that review. That is problem solved. That is the best way to deal with a negative review. That is the best way to remove a negative review. Try to remedy the problem that the customer that left that review had suffered. That is the ultimate way. If it's a fake review, there are ways to do it. It's not hard to find out how to do that. I'm going to leave it there. I think that does it. I think that covers it. I'll probably think of loads of great things I could have said afterwards. But anyway, this is Tel from TH Trees. I've got to go and do another quote now. Have a good Sunday.